Welcome to the video series, How to Get People to Tell You Yes. This is episode 2. My name is Michael Stevenson. I'm the founder of Ethical Marketing Academy. And listen, if you're a small business owner, it sucks when you have a great program, product, or service, and no matter what you say, people tell you no. And on this series, what we're going to do is we're going to explore little tweaks to your language that you can do that will actually get people to say yes to you. And so this second video here, we're going to talk about something a little similar to the first video, but it is what I love to call the let's pretend frame. And if you watch the first video, you know we talked about the fact that the conscious mind is kind of like the guard at the gate, and it protects the subconscious mind. Our job, if we want to sell things to people, is to get past that guard and get to the decision maker, which is ultimately the subconscious mind. I love this language pattern because it is so innocuous. It is so innocent sounding that, you know, unlike a lot of other language patterns that salespeople use, it doesn't raise the shields, right? It doesn't bring up defensiveness. And so in this pattern, what you're going to do is you're going to use the words let's pretend. So let's say, for example, you have somebody, you're talking to them about your program. They have come to a hard no because maybe there's something about the program that they just can't get past. Maybe it's not price. Maybe there's a component that they want that isn't included, or maybe there's something that is included that they don't want, or whatever it is, right? We get a sticking point, or maybe you're negotiating with somebody and they're stuck on a negotiation point that they just won't let go of. Okay, here is how we frame the language pattern. For the purposes of moving forward, let's just pretend that we have this handled so we can move forward. Okay, and listen to the way that we do this. Number one, we're framing it with a purpose. Anything that you say with a purpose is actually going to be much more likely entertained by the other person or accepted by the other person than if you were to just say something by itself. We'll talk about this on another video. I think it's video 4. I'm going to talk about this principle and how it works for you. So we're starting with a frame, right? For the purposes of moving forward. Hey, this is a good thing. We're stuck. We're not making any progress. So for the purposes of moving forward, then comes the language pattern. Let's just pretend that we have this handled for now so that we can move forward. So we're sort of sandwiching it between two purpose statements, which gives them lots of context and reason why they should accept the suggestion. And then we're saying, hey, let's pretend that we have this handled. Now, again, like I said in the last video, if you're thinking logically, you'll be thinking to yourself, this just won't work. This is too ridiculous. But let me tell you, I've used this hundreds of times in negotiations and sales, and it works like a charm. The reason it works is because of this. If you study the subconscious mind like I have for 27 years, what you're going to find is that at the subconscious level, the subconscious mind actually doesn't know the difference between something that is fully imagined, in full representation, full sensory detail, versus something that happens in real life. Now, that may sound incredible to you, but Dennis Waitley actually proved this scientifically back in the 1980s. Dennis Waitley was hired by the United States Olympic team, commission, whatever you call that, to come in and study how to improve the results of their Olympic athletes. And they didn't just bring in Dennis Waitley, they brought in many NLP practitioners, they brought in hypnotherapists, because the whole focus was on the mind. We know how to improve muscle. How do we improve the mind? Because you know, it doesn't matter what sport you're talking about, it's largely going to be a mental game. And so Dennis Waitley actually came in and proved this with, you know, the most sophisticated equipment that they had at the time, where they would hook people up to EEG machines. And they found that a runner who actually went out and ran a 100-yard dash could go back into the office, close their eyes, and in a meditative state could run a 100-yard dash in their mind, and all the same neurons fire off in the brain. So I'll say it again. To the unconscious mind, it does not know the difference between something that is fully imagined or accepted versus something that happens in real life. So when we use the words let's pretend, which is so innocent, so innocuous, and we say let's pretend we have this handled, and then we add a reason for it so that we can make progress, right? Or so that we can move on. If they accept that suggestion at the unconscious level, at that point, the objection is closed. It is no longer an objection. Now, if you're one of those skeptical people, I encourage you to try this, right? Try it. If you think it doesn't work, I want you to prove me wrong. But I guarantee you, when you use this, you're going to find out you get great results. Come back to this video, leave a comment on the video. I'd love to hear how you use this in practical real-life situations. And keep an eye out for the next video, which is coming soon. And hey, if you like this stuff, you are going to absolutely love our training called Influence to Profit. It is a 3-day training where we talk all about these kinds of things, about how you can change your language and use ethical influence and persuasion to get more people to say yes to your heart-centered business offer, whether it's a program, a product, or a service. And hey, if you head on over to ethicalmarketing.com, our website, you can join our mailing list on the front page there, and I'll give you a bunch of gifts just for joining the list. Tons of value just for getting on the email list so that we can stay in touch. And other than that, keep an eye out for the next video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button while you're here, and I will see you in episode 3.